I've gotten done is self-care. So pedicure is done, and I need to wash my car. First off, I need to go home and eat because I'm hungry. I'm just now like getting my life together over here. But happy Saturday to you all. I need to take the meat out of the freezer so I can make the pasta dish for tonight. Um, Pedicure was super relaxing. I'm like, I'm telling you, if you're working in a compassion field, take care of yourself. That means education, social work, all the things. Like, go to places. Okay, maybe going someplace where it's a more one on one, kind of a private, relaxing setting versus like a typical shop where it's like packed with a bunch of people. I don't find that to be very relaxing personally, but support small businesses. That's really what I want to say. And I think today's Car Chronicle is going to be talking about supporting those solo entrepreneur services, those massage therapists, your hairdresser, supporting the manicurist that's independent and not attached to a shop. Just different things like that. Like, try to support these types of entrepreneurs. And especially if you're wanting to be an entrepreneur yourself. Hey D, let's see how crazy it's gonna get in here. Um, but I'm just all for supporting small solo entrepreneurial businesses. I've been that way for a long time. And actually, where I get my pedicure done, which I know this is going to sound strange, where I get my nails done and where I get my pedicure done are two different places. And that's partly, oh, I can't turn left unless the light's green. Sorry. Um, I think that's a new sign. But anyways, I go to two different places for two different reasons. The woman that I go to for the pedicure, like, she really, I mean, her pedicures are amazing. And actually, if I was like a TikTok shop, I would be like promoting this product. But I just bought this product from her. It's like a body butter. It's called Nourishing Body Butter by Noni, and it's pure Fiji. And y'all, yeah, I'm not from Texas, but y'all, let me tell you something about this product. It smells so good. Not only does it smell good, but it is like nice. Like, it's got enough oils and enough of like everything. And y'all know me. For those of you that have been following D, I know you know this. But you know, I will not promote something unless I've actively used it. And so at the end of the pedicure, she always asks me, like, hey, do you want the rest of this body butter stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I put it on my hands the last time. And I was like, man, I need to find something like this. Because I like to try like different body butters and stuff like that. But with my skin and having eczema and stuff like that, or just really dry skin and living in a dry climate, it's hard to find the product that it's not just sitting on top of my skin like Vaseline, but it actually is like helping my skin and also not irritating it. But that product is amazing. Just freaking amazing. So that was my little Valentine gift to myself. And yes, I still have like Ulta on my list of things to do, but I'm going to do that manana. After we have brunch, because we'll just like ride back into town and then I'll be able to go to Ulta. But anyways, so I'm just saying, like, support those small businesses. But the lady that I see for the pedicure, her and we always talk about our businesses and marketing and all the things. And we live in a small town, and so it's challenging because some people are on Facebook, which is the only reason why I have Facebook is because of business, not because I really want to be on that platform. No offense to Meta fans. But we were talking about that, and then also like we're niched. Like, we're very specific. Not everybody is looking for what we have to offer. And so for me, I'm like, like establishing my Outback Learning program. I'm excited about it, but it's trying to find places where I can promote Outback Learning, but also promoting my children's books, where children go. Where do families and children go? That's a real challenge. Because I'm not working actively with children and family as we speak right now. So those are just things that I'm navigating through as an entrepreneur that's relaunching a business. But it's like I told her, I said, I don't feel like I had a fair chance. And anybody that started businesses in 2019, and me specifically, I started my business in July of 2019. And so when 2020 happened, it was just like I was crushed because I had just finally built like the momentum of like, okay, word of mouth, like people are hearing about this program and people were getting excited about it. And it was just really devastating when everything happened. And then it's just been on hiatus literally 5 years this March. And it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking that it's been on hiatus for 5 years. But it just is what it is. And to be honest with you, a lot of things that I did pre-2020, even the college I work at, things have just now become more normal, or what it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, technically. It's just taken a long time, I think, for businesses that are small or even not even small to just recover. And it's hard. It's super, super hard. And having a business is hard and it's expensive. It's expensive to start up depending on what you're trying to do. And being that I'm having a program that provides services, it's going to be a lot. But I'm excited because once it gets kicked off, guys, like, oh, it's going to be so good. I just know it. And I've already decided the program is going to be licensed in the state. So then I can have more than like one child or more than 4 children on site. I will be able to have up to 10 children on site, but I will comfortably have 6. 6 will be like more than enough for me. So that's my plan for right now. And yeah, I'm just super excited. I'm actually driving past the old house to see if Better Half happens to be over here right now before I head home. Because I feel like he would technically be chilling out over here. And plus, like, it doesn't hurt me to get some extra minutes, you know. It will not hurt me at all. So, let's see. Is he here? Oh, they have on the postal service. Okay, he is not here. Okay, it's good. I'm gonna just keep trucking along then. But technically, I want to drive past this other house that we considered buying because I wonder if they sold it. I know, random topic, but since I'm over here, let me just check and see. Because there's some houses in town, they're really nice, but I'm like, dude, I wouldn't spend that kind of money for that house. I'm just saying. And not feel like I have a backyard. That's my issue. Let's get into it. So I've tried to really educate myself on this topic. As a second-time home buyer, it's very interesting the things that I've learned and why, if depending on where you live, I don't even think it's a depending on where you live, but if you're noticing newer builds going up and they have these, they're cookie cutter houses, but like it seems like there's no space. There's like no space in between the houses, and also there's no real backyard space. Um, like no real backyard space. I'm like, you couldn't have pets back here. You can't even really have kids back here. but it's because of the cost. See, I knew this house was still for sale. I just knew it. I don't even think it has a pending sale. Wow. This was the first house we had looked at before we even considered looking at other houses. Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised. Um, but anyways, I also learned that between the and also that are not parking their cars in the garage, when they say these garages are 2-car garages, they're actually like a garage and a half. It's wild. I went down this whole rabbit hole to just try to understand all this stuff, and it was just nuts. And I'm fascinated by all the topics because I didn't understand why people weren't parking their cars in the garage either. So there's the fact that they're shaving off like garage space, is one, because the builders have figured out that people actually were just using their garage for storage anyway. And so the garages are built to basically house one car. And the other half of your garage is technically for storage. So there's that little fun fact. And then the other big thing is cars are like, if you ever see trucks or even SUVs not parked in the garages, it's because they can't fit. We're building larger cars and building smaller garages. That's my fun fact for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed it. But I know a lot of, I guess you could say, useless information, but if you're looking for that kind of content, I'm happy to share it. And I think the other day I talked about how this tree over here is already bloomed and it's a month too early. Listen, the weather, the climate, and the climate change, it's real. We're having really warm weather for this time of the year, and it shouldn't be this warm for February. Like, it just should not be. So anyhow, anyone have any fun plans today or this evening? I should ask that question. How are you guys doing on your goals? I did Thursday, before I was not feeling well. Thursday I wrote out my work planner for the week. I almost went live to share that with you guys, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But I did write out all the things I needed to do this week for work. And then I will be writing out my entrepreneurial one tonight. Well, entrepreneurial, like doctoral planner. I'll be writing out all that stuff tonight. But I do feel like I've kind of figured out like a good rhythm. I like to record, do a lot of batch recordings of podcasts and video, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just like edit, Canva. That seems to be my rhythm, which goes back to like the challenge. I'll connect the two things. So with the challenge for my doctorate, it forced me to figure out systems for myself. Like, how am I going to interface with the paper every day? But not just like writing every day, because I had other things I needed to do. So for those of you that are like, I'm thinking about doing a channel and doing all these things, you're going to need to figure out how to organize yourself and what are your systems. I have known that I should batch record, but I'm actually actively doing it. And Dee LaShore was like, girl, you need to do batch recording. And I do it now. I do batch recording and it's great. Even for the vlogs, I'm like, I need to be far enough in my recordings to where there's no pressure to be like, let me roll out this vlog on Sunday. It's just already done and it's already happening like organically, basically. So that's the main thing. And so the same approaches I took for the challenge and figuring out systems, it's the same approach I had to figure out for being a content creator, basically. A solo content entrepreneurial creator is I needed to figure out what days am I recording, what days am I editing, what days am I doing Canva, and then when am I uploading this stuff. I find that once I do the editing, I want to just upload right away. I don't even want to waste my time. I just want to get everything uploaded and done. So that seems to be my approach when it comes to this stuff. It's just, as soon as it's done, as soon as you have the cover, all of that, go ahead and upload it and be done with it, so you don't have to worry about it. So that's what I have so far. But I do feel like I will do the bulk of the uploading on the weekend. So there's just more time for my phone to kind of like process and figure it out. But I will, this is going to be new. I do have a DSLR camera and a mirrorless camera that I will start shooting from for my videos very, very soon. I think I'm definitely going to do it for the podcast, but I will be probably shooting some of those short form videos on there versus always using my phone. My phone has been great, but we'll see. We will see. I think the podcast is going to be the easiest one I can do it with, because it won't take up so much. I don't know. I want to be able to like use a better camera basically and connect it with my laptop to Riverside so I can get better shots and better lighting. Because I've already did 2 videos so far and I'm like, it's not bad, but I can get better quality camera. I can do a better quality camera if I just set it up. So I think I'm going to do that. If I don't get that done this week, that'll be in the coming weeks. So probably the first 5 or 6 episodes will be just my regular like laptop camera. And I've thought about hooking up my conference camera, but I'm like, I'm going to think about it. I'll play around with it, but I usually am standing when I'm doing the recording. I'm not sitting. I have a computer chair, but ultimately I will have like a couch or some sort of a sitting chair that I'm going to put in my office, but not right now. That's a priority, but not high on the priority list. I'm like, maybe if I have a Patreon or something and basically saying like, I have this Patreon so you guys can help me buy a couch if you want to donate, or like, what is this going towards? It's me working towards getting a couch in my office. I don't know, or other equipment. But for the most part, I have a lot of solid equipment that I've accumulated over the last 5 years, and just improving things, trying things out, so I'm not too worried. But I would say like the main piece of equipment for sure is probably my phone, which I'm looking at microphones to possibly get so I can have a microphone, just to kind of improve the quality. I did my research, but I need to do some additional research to actually get it done. So before I pull, I don't want to buy something that's so cheap and then like a year from now I'm gonna have to buy it again. I don't want to do that. So quality over quantity is key. And when you're doing any kind of content creation, I'm not saying you have to go with the high-end thing, but just don't go with the cheapest thing, because you're going to get what you pay for. And if you know that this cheap item, you're going to have to buy it again in the coming year, you might as well have gone with something that was better quality, just a little bit better. So that's my recommendations so far. But anyways, I'm super close to home. Once I pull into the garage, I'll be able to read all of the comments and probably get a good laugh. D, I hope you and Lake are not having to get too gangster on people over there and having to get them together. Hopefully not. But if so, and I don't know why I have so many men that follow this channel when the channel is not geared for men. No offense to the men. I'm talking about, like, if there are men on here that are watching for real entrepreneurial conversation and goal oriented and getting a doctorate and all that, great. But for all the others, I don't know why you're here. I have no idea. No shade to y'all, but I have no idea why. But it's like, 65-35%, 35% women and 65% men. I don't get it. So my goal is to make it more 50-50, but how and when I'm going to get it to 50-50, that's going to take some time. So, but it just is what it is. That's all I can say. It is what it is. I'll figure it out eventually. So, I'm really, really hungry, and I'm already thinking, what am I going to eat when I get home? I don't know. I don't know if I want a wrap. I don't know if I want soup. I don't know what I want to eat, but I just know that I need to eat some food. And I'm kicking myself because I forgot to take out that meat last night or even this morning. But what can I say? I wasn't feeling the greatest yesterday. I digress. I digress. I'm riding behind a really slow car right now. Really, really slow. All right, now I can go. So before I close out, please tell me how you're doing on your goals. Do you have any fun plans for the rest of the day? I am going to continue reading my book. What is it? Gray Sweatpants and Fourth Wing. I know I'll listen to it soon. But you know what? I think the second book, I'm going to try my hand in actually reading it versus listening to it. I think it's going to take me longer. I think it might take me longer only because it's such a thick book. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do the third book as a digital book. Maybe I'll do that because I really do need to get through book 1 and 2 pretty quickly, like really, really quickly before the next book club. So we'll see. It's a beautiful 60 degrees. Some parts of town is 65. For those of you that are battling winter, I'm so sorry. I understand why the snowbirds come to Arizona or perhaps go to Florida because those winters are harsh. I get it. I really, really get it. I so get it. I mean, I understand why my grandparents decided to move down from New York City to Texas because the winters were just, they were harsh. They were getting harsher and harsher with time. So, oh, our neighbors got their garage open. Actually, both neighbors. Interesting. I think we're one of the few people on the block that like park our cars in the garage. We're just so thankful. I mean, our last house had a garage too, and we always parked at least one car in the garage, but we don't play around. I'm like, we're not investing all this money not to park anything in here at all. That's how I see it. In my humblest opinion. All right, car. I know you feel like I'm too close to something. Oh, he's in here. He doesn't realize that I've done this enough that I know how to do it all the time. Okay. Let me read these comments. Let's see. What? I'm going to leave the house again. I'm going to leave the house again, so it's fine. I'm going to leave again, so it's fine. Where are you going? This guy. Let's see. All right, we got hi. I live in Arizona. Oh my gosh, that's a bit much. Oh, D, you went to Alta. What did you get? Oh my gosh. Good afternoon for those Linda and I think Steven, Vicky, um, Blanca or Bianca. Not doing shout outs. Okay. It seems like the chat is normal. Thank you, D. Drive your car. Don't be making. Okay, thank you. Whatever. I'm doing great. I don't ever read comments while I'm driving. Okay. Having a good day. D, you're too kind. It's still kind of weird. Um, Yay. I feel like the editing goals, like all the things, just tightening up my schedule's been huge. Okay, D, you're gonna have to message me and tell me what you think about Curvy Girl because it gets good. You're getting past the point where it's just like good. Wow. All right, y'all can't see me, but just like open my door. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for hanging out with me on my drive. Later.